For people that have recently been living under a Chris Tyson-sized rock, there have been allegations levied against Chris Tyson. And last video we covered Chris Tyson's weird association with Shadman, even owning an art piece from Shadman, someone who's incredibly prolific. We spoke about their weird Twitter replies, likes and reposts on Twitter, and even more allegations coming out against them, which suggested that they had been speaking inappropriately to a minor. However, since that video dropped only less than 24 hours ago, even more allegations and more situations have been levied against Chris Tyson. Firstly, I'd like to talk about the alleged victim that we briefly talked about yesterday, Lava. Lava made a post stating, "These videos are massive lies and twisting the truth in regards to a Cheeto and sensitive society. I even never did anything wrong and just made a few itchy jokes. I was never exploited or taken advantage of. Can you do me a favour and comment on these videos and tell them to stop spreading lies? This situation takes away from children who are actively being exploited every day online. I'm not a victim of anything being claimed in these videos or at all." The real kicker of this post is the videos they attach from a Cheeto and sensitive society don't actually mention anything to do with Lava situation or those allegations in particular, and focus entirely on the recent Shadman stuff that has been resurfacing. A Cheeto and sensitive society respectively have responded to this tweet stating that, we have not actually mentioned you in these videos, and can you retract this statement and apologize? And eventually, after so much time, they did. This is just one of the first cases of misinformation in this story that we'll be talking about today. At a similar time of that going down, Drumroller made a post stating Chris Tyson's old YouTube channel has been found, where he shared revenge on pics with his audience of Janet McCurdy, who played Sam from iCarly. Now, in Drumroller's tweet, they actually showed the video of Chris Tyson doing this, where he weirdly linked these pictures in the description of his YouTube video.
She is a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Taking it off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that people might want to see them, so it's there if you want.
Don't endorse people going to look at people's private information and private business, but you will happily link these images in the description. That makes no sense and is hypocritical as hell. Over the past couple of days, it does seem that people have gone back in Chris Tyson's past to look for things that Chris Tyson has done, which are either inappropriate, weird, or just downright disgusting. Of course, that video where Chris links Janet McCurdy's pictures is extremely old, but that does not make it right whatsoever. But as well as that, more allegations against Chris Tyson have actually dropped, where Chris Tyson has been accused of messaging a 14-year-old on Snapchat in 2018/2019. Currently on screen is a screen recording the messages between Chris and this individual. For me, I want to know why, just in the first place, Chris is messaging a minor on Snapchat. Like, I don't get that in the first place, let alone the actual messages Chris was sending. Attached as well was some stuff that Chris was saying in a Discord VC.
I know, dude, I would inside of that egg and then watch her eat it, and then watch her have sex with another man while she comments about how my genitalia can never satisfy her. Cancer in the mouth.
Okay. I gotta say, that is one of the not good places.
I hope he goes his entire life not smoking a single cigarette, and then when he gets 80, he just gets with some dude with some cancer dick, and he shoves it in his mouth and his mouth cancer.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Again, my questions around this is why would Chris put themselves in this position in the first place? But with that, if the whole internet hadn't turned against them already, this has sort of sealed the deal. I mean, creators like Pokimane and Valkyrie have made statements about this. XQC is talking about the lack of big content creators actually talking about this. That's a question that's been raised, is that why are so many bigger content creators not speaking about this when they were straight on top of the Dr. Disrespect stuff? On stream, Penguin Z0 and Moist Critical has also actually spoken about this at a decent length.
Through a lot of the Ava stuff, it's definitely not looking good. So I saw quite a few of the messages, and then one of the the main person being talked about came forward saying they weren't groomed and that it wasn't weird, but the whole thing is, if you were groomed, you're probably not going to be super aware of it.
Content creator Ludwig has also had a backwards and forwards over coverage of this situation with a Cheeto and answered a few other questions around this. Like, it cannot be understated how viral this situation and allegations against Chris Tyson are actually going. There was another allegation levied against Chris Tyson which suggested when she was 18, she sent sexual messages to a 14-year-old. However, this allegation seems to be completely false. The accusations claim that these messages took place in 2018 2020, but the screen recording when refreshed says that these were from today. Of course, today is not 2020. The accusation also claims that in 2020, Chris Tyson was 18, when in actuality, Chris Tyson would have been 24 in 2020. Chris Tyson was 18 over a decade ago. People have also pointed out how this account that levied these accusations was actually acting in the replies as well. Fake allegations in whatever situation it may be is just completely unacceptable, especially here when the evidence against Chris Tyson is completely overwhelming. You don't need fake allegations to muddy the water in such a viral situation. According to Drama Alert from a very recent post, Chris Tyson is actually in talks about stepping away from the Mrbeast brand. I'm very interested to see how Mrbeast deals with this not only publicly but also privately as well. Because of course, not only is Chris Tyson a business partner and always in Mrbeast videos, but Chris Tyson is also a very close friend of Mrbeast and has been friends with him for years. It's also been a very weird reaction from bigger content creators, like I said earlier, even XQC pointing this out. Ex-employees from Mrbeast like Jake the Viking have sort of implied that there is way more to come out about this type of situation, so I'm very interested to see what happens over the next following day. I was just actually editing this video to publicize when Chris Tyson actually just responded to the allegations. Chris Tyson wrote on Twitter, "I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we mutually decided it is best I permanently step away from all things Mrbeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health." This statement doesn't try and combat anything. It's really vague in what it's actually responding to, since there are several allegations leveled against Chris Tyson. All we really get from this is that they're sorry and they are stepping away from the Mrbeast brand. Like, what is Chris Tyson actually confirming here what they've done? The original stuff, the Shadman stuff, other accusations and allegations made against them is just not clear, and I think we need a way more clearer response. It took several hours for Chris to make another follow-up tweet stating that, you know, I did not groom anybody. The response to me is still just incredibly weak and a overall bad response. Another allegation against Chris has also dropped where they accuse Chris of preying on them when they were 15. This is from an account called Nathan, and apparently they worked on the Discord server.
Discord server, helping him set up his Twitch streams and moderating them.
Nate's calling me. Hey, what's up? You're on stream.
The video goes over how they were involved with Chris and what happened to them. Lava GS already has come out to refute these claims, with Nathan going back at him. Regardless of the validity of these claims, it's just more and more stuff stacking up against Chris Tyson. This situation has caused a massive chain reaction, with people looking for people that have been associated with Shadman, going into Mrbeast, trying to find old clips of Mrbeast, like this one from Hot West Soup. The fallout for this Chris situation to me is just genuinely very interesting. But lastly, to conclude this video, I would like to go over Mrbeast's response to Chris's allegations. And it should be remembered here that Chris stated that they had mutually agreed for Chris to step away from the Mrbeast brand. Over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behaviour online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable act. During that time, I have been focused on hiring independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mrbeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings. Not only is this just a very good response from Mrbeast, but it also contradicts Chris. Chris said they took a step back from Mrbeast. Mrbeast is saying they essentially fired Chris. I'm thankful that there is at least one good response in this situation and that Mrbeast is taking it very seriously. But what's everybody's thoughts on this? Comment down below your opinions and subscribe for more updates on this Chris Tyson situation, as it probably gets much worse. But I've been your Samuel, and I'll catch you in the next video.